If you're against all immigration reform, that means you're for the current system. The current system, we have 11 million people here who didn't come here legally. We also have 50,000 kids on the border that were just sort of dumped off from somewhere in Central America, and it's a humanitarian crisis. So I think it's untenable to be for no immigration reform. I also think it's wrong to say that anyone who's for immigration reform is for amnesty, because that's not what I'm for. This is the problem with the children. Let's say, for example, that there's a girl in Boise that's 17 years old and her parents brought her here when she was 2. She's gone to high school here, and by all purposes, she's American and from Idaho now. If you say we're going to find a spot for her in our country and let her go to college, can you say that to everyone who lives in Central America? So I think you can find places for the people who are here, but I don't think you can invite everybody in Central America. So what you have to have is border reform, or immigration reform has to secure the borders. And so for those of us who are conservative but are for immigration reform, we say secure the border, don't let the president be in charge of this, make sure that the power on whether the border is secure is determined by Congress. And so I had amendments that didn't pass, but would have said that Congress gets to determine whether the border is secure in successive votes over a many-year period. And if that were true, that we could try to expand the work visa program to find people a place to work and be a taxpayer. It might involve a penalty, might involve taxes, might involve things, but it wouldn't be amnesty. I think it's exciting both for Idaho and for Raul Labrador and for the grassroots that they would have somebody that just recently got involved in politics that could be considered for majority leader. I think maybe the message when the electorate rises up and there's a huge upset of toppling someone who's been part of the Washington system for a long time is that maybe we need some new faces. And so I think Raul Labrador would be a great leader. And, it's difficult to run against people who have been there longer. So I would say he's an underdog, but I'm glad that he's brave enough to put his name in the hat. That I think people want new blood and they want some new. I think it'd be great for Republican leadership in the House to have someone that's only been in for a couple of terms like Congressman Labrador.